Howdy, and welcome to Lesson 3 on Goals and Controls. In Lesson 3, we're going to explore what is the four-step goal setting process. Well, all leaders can set and achieve high performance goals by following the four-step process. First, ask. Second, connect. Third, analyze. Fourth, clarify. And in this lesson 3, we're going to explore the first of the four steps, ask. Well, are you a lone ranger when it comes to setting measurable goals in your organization? Think about that for a moment. In most organizations, measurable goals are often imposed from the top of the organization onto those below. With this top down approach, leaders usually find their goals oriented system isn't working right. And the following symptoms appear. People consider goal setting and planning as a periodic exercise rather than a way of life. They consider the whole approach somewhat of a nuisance because of the overemphasis on elaborate details and page after page of forms. The goals are regarded as arbitrarily imposed. And the last one is the planning cycle is usually completed several weeks late. Then employees, what do? They wipe their brow and say, whew, now we finished that exercise. Let's get back to getting our work done. Well, when you think about that for a moment, even the Lone Ranger wasn't really a loner. Everywhere he went, he rode with Tonto. I needed other people for myself to help me get the job done in my organization. Andrew Carnegie said, teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. You can improve your team's performance by asking 3 key questions when setting measurable goals. And that is at the very beginning of the goal setting process and before defining any team or company goals, the empowering leader seeks input from his or her employees. Such a leader asks, who can help me make a better and set a better goal? Who will have to carry it out? And who will be impacted by it? When you, as a leader, use these 3 questions to gather input from your team members, you have a better understanding of and commitment to the goals that you collaboratively set. And they take pride in the achievement of the goals when they are involved in the development, creation, and implementation planning stages. When employees provide the necessary input, how can they even complain about implementing their own plans? And as the leader, you can avoid having those who lack a feeling of ownership or commitment drag their heels in implementation, and sometimes even resort to sabotaging the plans. When you lay down your Lone Ranger mask and give your people a chance to participate in the decision making and goal setting process, they have a real opportunity to gain experience and grow professionally. The following are benefits when you involve your people. You and your team gain more resources, ideas, and energy. Maximize team's potential and minimize weaknesses. Devise broader and deeper how to alternatives to reach a goal. They share team credit for victories and blame for losses. And they do more as a team than as an individual. Once you determine who to ask, gather input from these team members. Consider the following questions to wrap up the ask. Where have you been? Where are you now? And where are you going? Well, in lesson 3, we explored what is the 4-step goal setting process, with the emphasis on the first step, ask. So, are you a Lone Ranger when setting goals? Would you like to have a more team oriented approach to your goal setting process? Well, in this lesson 3, write down 1 or 2 action items that you would like to take today. And this concludes lesson 3 on goals and controls.